Hi there everyone, welcome to Grand Theft Auto 3 Let's Play Spectacular David Lynch interview project. No, it's morning. I'm drinking a cup of too strong coffee. It's not working well for me right now. It's a little bitty cup. Don't have a large cup. It's clean. Everything is in the dishwasher. Need to run the dishwasher. Haven't done that yet. Would rather play Grand Theft Auto 3. So you can see I'm doing some sweet jumps here in my taxi cab. And what we're going to be doing today is just doing some more missions, some more mafia missions for the mob. Working with Joey. I think I have to wait until 5. You can see the timer just hit 5, so let's see if it'll let me do it. Yeah.
Tony, I've tuned her real sweet. She purrs, you know what I mean? Oh, here's the guy I was telling you about. All right, listen, this guy, he ain't Italian and he's no mechanic, but he could get things fixed. This is Pop's capo, Tony Cipriani.
Hey, I'm Tony Cipriani.
Take him to Mama's restaurant at St. Mark's, all right? Now listen to me. I'm planning a job that needs a good driver, so drop by sometime later, okay?
Okay, kid, drive me to the laundry in Chinatown first. I got a bit of business to take care of. Those washerwomen ain't been paying their protection money. And watch the car, Joey just fixed this junk heap, so no fancy crap, okay?
I think that voice is, Mr. Blonde. What is his name? His brother is dead? Right? It's his brother? I don't know. Anyway, so we can see that already Rockstar has blown a huge amount of money on voice actors. Got Michael Rappaport, you got this guy whose name I can't think of right now. Really, really great stuff. Really, really happy.
Wait here. Keep the engine running. This ain't a social call.
So earlier in the in this Let's Play series, I was talking about a mobster who's got some problems with his mother. That's this guy, Tony Cipriani. I had totally forgotten about him. Because he's kind of unremarkable. There's nothing particularly cool about him other than his off-screen mother who's yelling at him. He does get shot, I guess. That's pretty neat.
Get us out of here, kid!
I messed up his car that he just got fixed, so that's a pretty sad day for him. Not so great. Do a little bit of overcompensated there. Just gonna do some cool movie magic. Oh, and then I hit a cop car. I have noticed while playing that you can run smack into the back of a cop car. You can rear end them, no problem. You run into them where they can see you. Big problem. Oh, I gotta shake the cops. Alright, hold on. Gotta do a 9-point turn here. Oh. Lo and behold, I did not have to.
Triads think they can mess with me.
I really dislike, this is a bit of level design or a city design or something.
Bloodstained clothes.
Their own bloodstained clothes. But I really hate this parking lot. Tony Cipriani's restaurant's parking lot. I don't remember the name of it. I'm sure we can see it here somewhere. Maybe not. But I really hate this little lot. It's hard to drive up into it. It's made of these like little thin walls that are not easily navigable. It's got this little thing, I guess, to help you sort of get out of it if you get stuck, but even that's not super helpful. Just a really... I wish it was bigger. There's no reason that it can't be bigger, right? They could expand it out over here. God knows that this, like, windowless beige wall with, like, a door texture painted on the outside. Didn't need to be as thick as it is, right? Could probably have fiddled with that a little bit. But anyway, it's just, look, there's even room here. Look, there's some, like, dead, non-textured space here. Let's look around at it. Look at that. We could 100%. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. I guess they don't need a giant parking lot. I think there is... Yeah, you can get up in here. Look at all this. Look at all this movie magic. Get behind the curtain. So you can tell with this kind of detail, right? We don't see a lot of detail like this in the game. Most of the interior spaces that we see are sort of locked behind cutscenes. So we don't see a lot of that kind of stuff, but you can see here the kind of like reach that Rockstar has as a company or as a design sort of ethic, that the company itself has as a design ethic. And so when we get to things like Grand Theft Auto 5, this is sort of standard, right? You can walk around through everything. Each little object is modeled sort of perfectly, and honestly, these are beautiful little tables with the umbrellas on them. Umbrella could probably stick through the bottom there. That probably wouldn't hurt for a little bit of realism fidelity, but overall, this is a really well-modeled little area that most people would never see. Most people would only get here to this point. So, great thing worth looking at. That's what a Let's Play is for. Take a goddamn seat.
The Triads think they can mess with me? Let's teach these would-be tough guys what it means to be a tough guy.
Teach them some respect. No son of mine gets it by some Triads. Your father, God rest his soul, took no crap from no Triads
yes,
back in Sicily.
I want you to destroy their laundry vans and mangle any Triad gimp that gets in your way. 8-Ball can supply you with what you're gonna need.
So you can see, or hear, you can't see, which is sort of, I think, a beautiful little turn. But you can hear Tony's mother in the background. I didn't mean to hit that guy. I'm sorry, dude. I don't really know what I'm supposed to be doing. I think I'm supposed to be stealing one of these, blowing them up. I think I steal them, and then I'm going to go blow up their laundry to give them their own blood-stained clothes, which is, I think, probably one of the worst lines written in a game that's not exactly full of great lines, if you know what I mean. So yeah, let's see what we can do here. Oh, crap. Thought he was in my lane. He wasn't. Let's see. Maybe I should have been paying more attention and drinking less coffee. Oh, I just need to destroy them. So that means run into them very fast. Alright, I can do that. If this were a world where I was using cheat codes, or the kind of playthrough where I was maybe cheating it up a little bit, I would just get a rocket launcher and run into them with a rocket launcher or shoot it at the ground, blow them up. But instead I'm going to use Tony's car. He just had it fixed up. And I think maybe these cars are going to be taking extra damage. Uh-oh.
That is my cab!
Sorry, cab driver guy. But yeah, and maybe there's a world in which I think previously I've done this by knocking them into into some kind of corner where they can't quite navigate out and shooting them with a shotgun. But I think for this one, we're just gonna go the good old-fashioned running into the car way. Yeah, doing it like that. Look at that. Getting some nice grinding damage. It's a pretty resilient truck. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Bro.
Young man.
So, I'm going to get creative here. This is taking a little while. Oh, sorry guys. So, I'm just going to use the truck to run to the other truck. Seems like it's stuck here. So we're going to just run into civilians here. That's not really my goal, but yeah, we're just going to use the trucks themselves to destroy the trucks. Come on, bud. Listen to this funky little jam here. This is a really There we go. Alright, so here's one truck. One truck, two truck, red truck, blue truck. Those drivers have no commitment once you steal their car or their truck. I really like the box truck design, not just visually, because, I mean, visually I think it's not super hard to make a box truck, but I like the feel of the box truck. It's top heavy, it wants to wiggle around a lot, right? You can see here. They tip over super easily. They're incredibly frustrating to drive, and in a couple missions, I think a couple Tony missions, I will need to drive one for a while. You can also notice they have an immense amount of force behind them. When they get going fast and run into something, right? Everything just bounces around. It's pretty great. I'm gonna turn off this sweet jam. Let's get stuck on some level geometry, bro. Let's do this. Yeah, run into them. Uh-oh. That's not where I wanted to be. Blow them both up. Oh yeah, there we go. You can see that Liberty City Police do not care. They are in no way invested in the livelihoods or lives or well-being in any form or fashion of the people of Liberty City. So instead of continuing Tony's missions right now, Tony requires us to, or Tony's missions are required to progress in the game, but Joey's missions are not. You only have to do them up to a certain point. I'm pretty sure. If I'm wrong about that, correct me. But my memory is that Joey you can stop. I think maybe here even you can stop. Because you'll notice, right, we're not getting Luigi missions anymore. And so, in a lot of quest lines in this game, or a lot of mission lines, there are, they just don't continue, or they stop sort of arbitrarily. You don't really finish them off, you just sort of move on. And so I think a couple more Luigi missions unlock later, but for the most part they don't. So we're going to do these Joey ones. I like the Joey missions a lot, and I want to get the sweet blue car he's working on.
Alright, just the guy I need to talk to. Alright, there's a car stuffed with a stiff at the cafe near Callahan Point. One of the Forellis thought he was a wise guy, so he got what he had coming to him. Take the corpse to the Crusher in Harwood, alright?
And I actually think that the...
In the Navy.
Okay, good. I like the big Humvee Patriots. There are a lot of car commercials in this game, I believe, that deal with the Patriot and how cool it is. And it's definitely this big sort of satire of late 90s SUV culture, the creation of the Humvee from a military vehicle to a consumer vehicle, all of that. And as a lot of people pointed out with Grand Theft Auto 5, so this is worth noting. So, well, hold on. So, a lot of people noted Grand Theft Auto 5 satire doesn't seem well placed anymore, but I think the commercials about SUVs and how ridiculous they are and why we don't need them are probably a little bit smarter in this, just because they sort of really resonate with the culture of that time and the way that Grand Theft Auto 5 seems to be referring to the culture from this time period. So we talked, or I talked, you listened, we conversed in a previous episode about how sometimes there are, when a mission starts, you can see sort of pieces all being put in place, right? All the pieces from the board that are going to be in play get initialized and exist at the same time. So what's going to happen is I am supposed to be taking this corpse over here to the Crusher, and what happens is that when I do that, this car will turn on. You can see there's a guy in there driving it, and I believe this other car over here, yeah, because you can see there's a guy in there as well. They will start driving and trying to knock me off the road and all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to try to take those out first. And I think this is kind of a strength of the Grand Theft Auto, especially this Grand Theft Auto and Vice City to a certain extent, even though they started pulling it out by that point. That the pieces are in place, and if you know how the pieces work, or you can figure it out how the pieces work, you can do stuff. I really messed that up. I wanted to run into him very fast. It didn't work out. Lucky for the Forellis. Or lucky for me, rather, I guess. Oh, shit. Oh shit, this is kind of a nightmare. There we go. Alright. So we're gonna get in a car. There's a way about a way of thinking about cars in this game as not just as like vehicles, right, that you use it, but as armor, right? Being in a car and being in combat or fighting in a car, for the most part, is always better, or it's going to be more beneficial for you. In the sense that you're incredibly squishy when you're outside. I wish that he would stop driving around like this. Here we go. It's really hard, right? He shot me maybe 4 or 5 times, and maybe more than that, but not that much, and I'm down to 38 health. If he'd shot me 2 or 3 more times, I would have had to do this all over, and that sucks. But in this car, right, I can smash around, and especially if this guy hit me with his car, or hit me harder. I think he kind of clipped me. But if I'd been hitting super hard, it would have been bad. I'm going to get him away. I'm going to sort of, whoop, not hit that cop car, but I'm going to get him away from the mission car so it doesn't get blown up. So if I'd played this correctly, or the way the game intends you to play it, what would have happened is I would have gotten in the car, there would be a little cutscene where the lights turned on, and they would have chased me, and I would have had to get the car to the car crusher before it exploded, before they destroyed the car. And it's a pretty difficult mission. There's a reason why I sort of cheesed it this way, or am solving it in the most ridiculous and non-exciting. I don't think this is very exciting. But you can see kind of how Grand Theft Auto kind of has a Minecraft-y kind of feel to it, and I don't mean in the sense of being able to make things, but in the sense of there are several pieces in play, and they give you those pieces, and you just kind of do whatever you want to with them. I'm going to now steal the second car to run into his car even better. So let's see here. I'll turn the radio off. Right? You just notice the kind of power this car has that the other one didn't. Come on. So hopefully he's dead. I think he is. So now we've had like a multiple car. Whoa! Whoa! A multiple car accident. Lots of explosions. Gunfire outside of a diner, I think is what's down there. All that stuff, and you notice that Liberty City Police don't show up.
Okay, that dog.
Well, that was weird. The radio station wasn't initializing, it was just sort of locked up. Ooh, I'm being a little bit cavalier here, I probably shouldn't be. If you remember 2 seconds ago, it took me a long time to complete this mission, so I should probably play it a little bit more safe than I am. That's a problem with me in these games. Get a little bit cavalier, get a little bit bold, make bad decisions. We're gonna find out. Here we go. Gonna make it up here. The Crusher is an interesting thing. I believe that you can bring any car here, and it'll crush it. But there's no real reason to do that. Later in the game, I believe, so you get to watch the crushing process happen. But later in the game, there are all kinds of like car stealing operations that you can do. You've got to get an ice cream truck. That was very difficult for me when I was a teen. Trying to keep this up here for you so you can see it. So this is a pretty interesting, big animated process. Got a lot of fidelity to it. You've got the magnet. You've got the thing itself. Let's read this tooltip and see what they tell us about what to do here. Oh yeah, no, just the idea that things could be crushed. You'll notice that it's getting sort of dark and foggy. So there's not just rain and shine and day and night in the weather and then time cycle. There's also, like, you know, foggy day. I especially like foggy day. I think it's great. Limits visibility, gives it that good New York feel. I'm a big fan of stealing this car. Whoop, that's a very strong glass window. I'm a big fan of stealing this car in order to better steal this car. There's the Banshee that we were playing with earlier. We're going to do maybe one more mission. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, I'll do one more Joey mission, and then we'll close up shop for the night. Close up shop for the morning. Maybe do some other stuff with my day. But if you like these videos, just here in this dead moment, if you like these videos, be sure to let me know. Be sure to comment. Be sure to share these around. And definitely subscribe if you like them, if you think they're interesting. I think this is probably one of the 3 I've done so far. I need to come back at 6. Of the 3 that I've done so far, probably not as interesting and maybe a little bit longer than those. But now you get a good sense of the feel of just playing the game. So we've got 5 game hours. You can go to the hospital here and get healed, which is what I was just doing. So we've got 5 game hours, which isn't really a lot, but I've got a really fast car, so let's take a couple seconds just to drive really fast and make bad decisions. So we can, let's see, where is it? Alright. So this is something I spent probably, I want to say hours. Oh no. Alright, so this is actually something I've spent hours of my life doing, just accidentally dying in fast cars. So there's a really cool jump back there, and if you get up to 2 police stars, you can hit that jump super hard, and police cars will fly behind you. There's a great cinematic camera, and I'll definitely show you that before we're done with this section of the game. But luckily, there's an unlocked police car. But even more luckily, you go to the hospital, it advances time by a few hours. I think by, I don't know, I guess 12 hours. So here, we'll go ahead and do this Joey mission. And you can laugh at how sad my thing is. Oh, between 6 and 14. Alright, so we'll go ahead and do it. Just missed my window. My hospital time couldn't be cut off any sooner. So we'll go ahead and go do this. So out here on the dock, whoa! Out here on the, they're not really the docks, but on the edge of the water over here, you can see this beautiful bridge. I think it's the Portland Bridge. It's the bridge that got blown up in the beginning, and you can see there in the middle of the screen the big hole that got blown in it, which is pretty significant. Over there you can see some boat docks. We'll be using those quite a bit later. This game has a lot of boat missions in it, so we'll be using that. I think we end up getting across the bridge, or to the next section of the game. That island, of course, is sort of the financial district, and it's the next sort of major section of the game. Lots of great stuff going to be happening over there. Probably my favorite part of the game. This one, this first island has the feel of like a particular kind of film, and that one breaks away from the kind of film apparatus and starts doing different stuff, and I think that's really great. So, notice the subway up there? So, I used to spend a lot of time doing these jumps. So, oh, this is the first time I've tried it. Yeah! So you see there, if the police are chasing you, you can use that little star to get them away from you. But this is an insane jump, I think. Oh, I'm going to run into that. Yeah, insane stunts and unique stunts. So there are a certain number of unique stunts throughout the game, and you can do all of them. There's actually one right here that I think I already did when I blew up on the subway line, but let's try to do it again without blowing up. Yeah, and you can actually drive quite a while on the subway line here, or Sky Rail. It's not really a subway. On the rail line. up there. So I think what we're going to do right now is we're going to shut it off for today. You can start doing some Diablo missions there too. We might do a few of those later. But I think we're going to shut it off here. And then we'll continue doing the Joey missions later. So, gotta spin out a little bit. So if you like this video, subscribe. There should be a thing on the video right now that will allow you to subscribe. Go ahead and comment. Tell me what you liked, what you didn't. If you didn't like my ramblings and musings, let me know. If you did like it, definitely let me know. Thanks so much for paying attention. I already have a car in the garage. So, really enjoy doing these. I hope you like listening to them. So, I'll see you next time at Eddie's Garage. Whoa.